Hello friends, I welcome all of you. I am Shabir Parmar and today in this video I am going to talk on psychoanalytical criticism. So friends, let's start. Friends, psychoanalytical criticism. It is a very important 20th century literary movement. Psychoanalytical criticism developed in the 20th century and it has a great influence on different disciplines and the fields. Psychoanalytical criticism. Now the question is that how psychoanalytical criticism works or what is it? So it is a technique or a method of reading a text. Yes, text is a very important for the psychoanalytical criticism. So it is a technique or a method of reading a text, and that technique is developed by a very important figure of psychoanalytic criticism, that is Sigmund Freud. Psychoanalytical criticism tries to explore deep or hidden meaning of the text. So that is what it tries to find out, and most importantly, it deals with the human mind or human psyche. Yes, what is inside human mind? What human mind can have produced? So again, it argues that the text expresses unconscious desires or anxieties of the author. Yes, so through the reading of the text, interpretation of the text, you come out with a certain ideas that how author's anxieties and how author's unconscious desires are expressed through different kinds of gestures or characters or portraying various situations in the text. Now, psychoanalysis and literature, both are interconnected. Yes, and they represent human situations. Again, psychoanalysis and literature, they present complexities of life, certain issues like dreams, various kinds of emotions, expressions, or a personality that are similar to revealed in literary works. So psychoanalysis studies this. So psychoanalysis has a very unique relationship with literature because literature is a representation of life, and psychology or psychoanalysis studies that how a human being behaves in certain situations or how he performs his different roles at different places. So therefore, psychoanalysis and literature has a very unique relationship. Another important point, that is key terms to understand psychoanalytical criticism. Yes, these terms are borrowed from psychology and they are famous by certain figures like Sigmund Freud. And the most famous terms are id, ego, and superego. These terms, they are represented as the different types of personality. So id is a pleasure principles, ego is a reality principles, and super ego is a morality principles. Now all these three types, they represent the human personality. For example, id is a primarily desires, and it is present from the birth of the child, and it is more emotional and irrational, while ego is a real world. It gives you the sense of awareness, the reality, what is happening around you. And super ego is above all this thing, and it is conscience. It controls its desire, and it depends on cultural upbringing. So these are the three important terms. Now let me give you a very small example to understand these three terms. For example, if you are hungry, and you need to satisfy your hunger. That is id. Got it? Now, what is ego? So when you see the food, you need a food because you are hungry, but you know that this is not your food, this is someone else's food. So you should not, that is not your food. So that awareness, it is not yours, it is someone's else. That awareness, that is the real word, that is rationality, and that is ego. And superego controls its desire. That means you cannot steal that food because it is not yours. So that moral sense is evoked, and that is, you can say that, super ego. There are certain other terms to understand psychoanalysis better, that is Oedipus complex and Electra complex. Now friends, Oedipus Rex is a play, a Greek play, and from which Sigmund Freud borrowed this term, and he coined as a Oedipus complex. Oedipus complex means a child's desire for opposite sex parent. Yes, for example, if that is a boy child, so the boy child is more close to mother, and if there is a girl, so girl is more close to the father. So that is Oedipus complex, and another is a Electra complex. In psychoanalytical criticism, we should also know about certain, a dream is very important again term in psychoanalytic criticism, because dream represents your suppressed emotions that is reflected in the dream, and that is desire. Now on the contributors, or that is, we already know that Sigmund Freud, Austin, a neurologist, he entirely discovered the psychoanalysis field, and he made a very important contribution through his work, The Interpretations of Dream. Yes, and in literature, Jacques Lacan is also, it is called the French Freud, also plays a very significant role in this field. So psychoanalytic criticism, friends, has a very unique relationship with other disciplines, and particularly in the literary criticism, it also helps as a theory. It helps us to read a text from a new point of view, from a different point of view, and that to discover the hidden or secret or unconscious desires of characters, of authors, of situations. So thank you very much for listening this video. Thanks.